Hundreds of kilometers from the peace talks, survival is top of mind for the millions of Ukrainians displaced. Air raid sirens, even in the relatively calm west of the country, shatter the quiet. The fear of more bombs is ever present. Snezhana Shevchenko is just days from giving birth. My mind is scarred by the bombing, she says. I'm terrified the shelling will hit again, even here. What she escaped, she calls hell. Kharkiv is in ruins after enduring near constant bombing for weeks, like Mariupol in the south, battered and burned, and nearby Mykolaiv, the target of a missile strike that killed at least a dozen people. It's a world away from Istanbul, where after a more than 2-week pause, the negotiating table was again full, 4 hours of talks, leading to Ukraine's negotiating team offering to remain neutral, to not join military alliances like NATO, but only if the country's security is guaranteed by countries like Canada or Turkey. Russia's response was a promise to radically reduce its attacks on Kyiv and other parts of Ukraine's north. It was presented as a gesture of goodwill to move talks forward, only it comes as Russian troops were already stalled on the outskirts of the capital, pushed back by Ukrainian forces, a promise that could be a ploy to retreat and regroup, some analysts say. And whether Russia will even do what it says it will is doubtful, say Western leaders, skeptical and wary.
We'll see. I don't read anything into it until I see what their actions are. We'll see if they follow through on what they're suggesting.
There was a lot more progress coming out of these talks than anyone expected going in. Still, it's far too early for much optimism on a day of missile strikes and heavy fighting on several fronts. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Lviv.